Let's do some mundane tasks with Sky as we address this problematic comment. I think it's important to begin with that biological sex is complex and not one trait of biology can describe our sex. From chromosomes to our organs to our genetics, human beings as well as life across the planet has not been able to be completely defined by one or multiple of these traits. The biggest misconception is that gender is not sex and is not related to sex. However, comments like these tend to rely on the fact that gender and sex must be one and the same because what else can they be? Gender is really something that is constructed by society through a combination of what we deem appropriate for whatever genders we are talking about at that time in history. Gender is flexible, and we see that with the different ways that we present gender. Whether you identify as a woman, a man, non binary, we present gender in multiple ways. Biology has very little to do with the gender and everything to do with what we are born with. This does not define who we are, but it does create a problematic way of how we are forced to exist in society. Claiming that cisgender is a slur is just one more way to other trans people. This is also a red flag, obviously, because they are equating cisgender to transgender, which means they see transgender being a slur as well. They see themselves as quote unquote normal, and to therefore align themselves with the opposite of transgender would mean to accept that transgender is also a normal existence. And since people who leave these comments see us as abnormal, it makes the most sense that they would also see cisgender as a slur to themselves. And we see this pattern throughout history when things are challenged. A couple decades ago, we saw this same pushback when the term straight became a more accepting term to use. My hope is that when you see or hear this type of rhetoric, that you now have the knowledge and understanding of how to push back. To state that biology is complex and saying biologically a man or biologically a woman is incorrect. To showcase that gender is a spectrum and that transgender people deserve to exist, do mundane tasks, and deserve to be loved.